What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review the third episode of the fourth season of Greenleaf, which just aired tonight. So I'm just gonna give my little take on what's going on. This is a show that I enjoy. One of the shows I enjoy comes on the OWN network. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Tell me your thoughts about it. It's about this family, the first family of a church. Well, this season they don't have the church because they've been booted out by Harmony and Hope. This I call them church gentrifiers who own a monopoly of churches throughout the United States. So anyway, tonight's episode starts off with Grace. As we saw, Grace went to go see her long lost son, AJ, down in Phoenix, whom she abandoned years ago. And when he tried to reach out to her, she didn't want no parts of him. And, it got complicated. Kind of sad what she did. I kind of sort of. No, I'm lying. I don't understand what she did because as a father, I just can't see myself abandoning my child or not dealing with my child. But you see, this is why I know when I like a good show, I make it personal because I'm sitting here like, how could you just abandon your kid? I can't do it. My kids are everything to me. Like I don't know how people do that, but I'm going on a tangent here. Get back on course, Ty. Get back on course. That ain't got nothing to do. Mind you, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Stick to the show. Anyway, so Grace is down there. Her son just got released from prison, jail, whatever, and he's staying in a halfway house. And that's what you call those things, halfway house. And she goes down there to visit, and he's like, "What'd you come here for? Listen, I called you just to get me some money. I just want money. I don't want to really see you because look, when I was born, you didn't want to be bothered with me. When I tried to reach out to you, you didn't want to be bothered." He makes Grace feel really bad, and rightfully so. I feel AJ. I feel where he's coming from. I feel his pain, and Grace is feeling awful about that. And she really wants. I felt bad for her too because at the same time, she really wants a relationship with this young man, but I got where he was coming from as well. And he's like, "Look, I just need money to get on my feet." But him and her end up sort of bonding. She's helping him try to look for a place because as they're sitting there, you see the two young men about to get into a fight. And nobody has time for that. Nobody don't need no negativity. I always say you can't be where you sleep and slumber and rest your head needs to be peaceful and not drama free. Needs to be peaceful and drama free. You can't have all that foolishness. Nobody wants all that foolishness. So you know what? He's like, you know what? Yeah, ma, help me find a place. So him and Grace are bonding somewhat so that she can try to help him find a place. Meanwhile, back at home, everybody's looking for Grace. Grace had an appointment with Misty Williams for some intervention for her daughter, but Grace is nowhere to be found. Nobody knows where she's at. She misses the appointment. The assistant is trying to stop Misty, saying, "Oh, listen, we can call Grace, whatever." And then here comes Phil, who I'm disliking, and he's like, "Oh, I can help. Let me help." And he ends up speaking with Misty. And what we find out from Misty wanted to have this intervention with her daughter with Grace, but Grace is unavailable. So now the weasel, Phil, is going to do the intervention, or attend the intervention with Misty Williams. So now the assistant calls Lady May to let her know what's going on. And Lady May has a meeting with Misty to find out what's going on and why didn't you come to me. And she gets her feelings hurt because Misty lets her know, listen, I don't want you to come because let me tell you, when we voted and we voted for Harmony and Hope, it wasn't to get the bishop out. It was to get rid of you. You know why? Because come to find out, they believe that Lady May knew about the things that her brother was doing and the things harming those girls and all the money, the issues, all the issues that he had that took place in season one or season I didn't really watch, but yeah. So basically, in season two, maybe season one and two, because I came into this show in season three, so whatever. So anybody help me out if I have that, or correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, Misty feels like Lady May knew what her brother was doing, so it's like, we wanted you out, so no, don't bother to come here. And Grace should have kept her appointment. What else was going on in this episode? We see um, Charity, who there's a new song that was presented, or a song was presented, because she's in the music department. The song did suck, but hey, this is what the Harmony and Hope brand, this is a song that they use in every one of their churches. She doesn't want to use that song. She takes it upon herself to call this young lady and let the lady, or email the young lady and let her know the song sucks, we're not using it. So Phil chin checks her and lets her know, grow up, which he's right, she does need to grow up. She is kind of annoying, but he tells her, grow up, and you are going to sing this song. Because see, this is how it goes here. This ain't spirit-led no more, y'all. You going to sing what goes into this brand. This is what they sing. This ain't your church no more. This is a Harmony and Hope church now. This ain't Calvary like you knew it was. This is Harmony and Hope presents Calvary Church. So this is the type of songs we sing. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to sing it. So Charity, with her slimy, snaky self, which I don't like this, because I just don't like when people do things to get ahead. She kind of snaps back like, oh, you're snapping at me, Phil, and being rude, and I guess put me in my place or whatever. But did you know that Grace is in Phoenix? And what is she doing in Phoenix? So now she has Philip like, And she even said this. She said, see, you were treating me like that, but look, I got some information for you. Grace is in Phoenix. What is she doing in Phoenix? That's what she says to him. So now this has Phil ready to dig in and see what's going on. Like, why is Grace in Phoenix? He wants to know now why Grace is in Phoenix. We also see in this episode Jacob and his wife. She wants to sell the land. Jacob does not want to sell the land. He talks to the bishop. The bishop tells him, this is not about just selling the land and buying this house. Your wife wants to know that you love her and that you're with her. Like, she wants to know if you're in this marriage, if you're in this with her, and this is something you need to do, she wants you to do for her. So I agree with the bishop with that. And we see Jacob go to his wife and tell him that he's going to make her top priority. Like you should. Like the song says, put that woman first. That song by Jaheim, put that woman first. You got to do that. Put the woman first. So he tells her this, but he still tells her, but he doesn't want to sell the land. And she's like, nah, bro. You're going to have to sell that land. It's either me. You think about it. I'm your wife, and this is the land. So y'all got to be on one accord. So hopefully y'all will figure that out. Also in tonight's episode, it was funny. Their daughter thought she was going to make some moves on that basketball player that her father is mentoring or whatever he's doing with him. And homeboy came in there with his girlfriend. And it seemed to be a little tension at first, but it seemed like the girl and the two girls are now bonding, and she let his daughter know that, you have a talent for makeup and yada, yada, yada. So let's see where that little secondary story goes. Very interesting, very interesting. Now let's move on back let's go on back to Lady May. Let's go on back to Lady May after Lady May finds out that how people are feeling about her, like she's some monster. This really upsets Lady May, and especially upsets her that Phil, it seems like he's getting closer and closer. They're just taking over. She wants this church back, but people think that she was aware of these heinous things that her brother did, and then like she just knew about all this stuff that went on. So I like that scene between her and the bishop where he was like, you didn't know, and then we see this scene where she's in pain, and she's thinking about her child that she know that died or was killed or whatever have you. And it's really good scene, really good scene. And she's calling Grace, like, Grace, you need to come back. You in Phoenix. I don't know what you're doing down there, but you need to get back up here because things are out of control. Now, Grace is down here trying to bond with her son. He's getting happy, like, hey, I found another place we could look at, yada, yada, yada. And then she tells him, listen, I got to go. I got to run back up to handle some of this church business. Now this offends him. He's hurt because AJ is fragile. You abandoned me. I tried to reach out one time. You ignored me. Now you're back. You're here. You're playing mom. But now you gotta go for some church business. So yeah, he was a little snappy. He said, just forget it. And I'm sorry I bothered you. Sorry I even exist. And that was some really painful stuff right there, and really painful for Grace. And again, she still went back home. So how painful is it? She went back home feeling bad or whatever have you. And to me, that was a really good, powerful scene. And like I said, when it comes to my kids, it's just with children, period, and stuff like that. So I was like, man, okay, just Grace, stay one more day in Phoenix with your boy. Stay one more day with him. He needs you. And at the end of this episode, we see Grace call him at the very end of the episode. We see Grace call him, and she tells him, I want you to come home. So now that's going to be good because we're going to see what happens next week. Does he come home next week? What's going to happen? Isn't that going to be another scandal? This was a good episode tonight. This season I'm enjoying. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to figure out how they're going to handle this because now this is another scandal. And Grace is this squeaky clean one, but now we have this long lost son. You're going to bring him home and you're going to introduce him as the son that you gave away. What's going to happen there? We have to tune in next week to find out. And yes, we do. We have to. Is there one more thing? One more thing. I also liked when Grace returned home, because I'm a family man, and I liked how everybody just came together and they were all sitting around and they were looking at the old clips on the projector. I thought that was nice. That's what I like. I like stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my view of tonight's episode. It was enjoyable. Sum it up. Grace, how are you going to handle all this with your son? Charity, I think you're a snake. Phil, I think you're a snake. Jacob, put that woman first. Those are that's how I do. That's how I conclude this. So in conclusion, thank you for watching. Please, thank you. I see the channel is growing. I'm taking this channel a little bit more serious. I'm trying to be here more than I was in the past because I do a lot. I act, I sing, I write, got a full-time job, I got 2 children, I got a lot going on. So I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't on this channel as frequently as I had liked. It started out as just a little fun hobby. It still is, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm seeing that it's growing, and I'm appreciating the slow growth. No, it's not no big channel, but it's still cool to see the growth. So please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about it. Let's just, tell me what your thoughts are on this episode in the show, period. And you have a blessed one. Because I'm out. Because a brother got to go to work in the morning. All right. God bless.